Imagine a life simply stopping, not with a warning, not with a sign, but with a quiet, almost imperceptible pause. One moment everything is as it should be. The next there is only absence, a space where someone used to be. One day you are here, part of the world. You laugh, you talk, you make plans for tomorrow. You are woven into the fabric of daily life, surrounded by people who love you, who depend on you. The next, you are gone, vanished. Your place at the table is empty, your voice silenced. The world continues, but something is missing. This is the story of Marina Vic, a woman whose life was ordinary until it wasn't. Marina lived in Zagreb, Croatia. Life was ordinary. She was a wife. She was a neighbor, a friend, someone you might pass on the street and smile at, never guessing the secrets her life would one day hold. She was a mother to a young son. Her days were filled with laughter, small joys, and the gentle chaos of raising a child. She had a home, a routine. Mornings spent making coffee, afternoons tidying up, evenings with her family. Life was predictable, safe. Then, August 12, 1980 arrived. The day began like any other, with sunlight streaming through the window and the promise of another ordinary day. A day like any other, or so it seemed. Marina left her house, purse in hand, her mind on the errands ahead. She told her husband she was going shopping. It was a simple conversation, the kind couples have every day, never suspecting it might be their last. She needed to buy some bread, a simple errand, something she had done countless times before without a second thought. She stepped out into the sunshine and was never seen again. Marina's disappearance was sudden. There were no warnings, no goodbyes, no hint of what was to come, no signs, no clues. The police searched, but every lead faded into nothing. It was as if the city itself had swallowed her whole. It was as if she had stepped into thin air. One moment, present, the next a haunting absence. Her family was left in shock. Grief and confusion filled the spaces she left behind. Their world had been turned upside down. Every room in their home echoed with her absence, every memory tinged with loss. Life as they knew it had vanished with Marina. And so began the search for answers, in a mystery that would haunt them for years to come. August 12, 1980 dawned bright and clear in Zagreb. The sun was shining, birds were singing. It seemed like a normal summer day. Marina Vic woke up, had breakfast with her husband and son. Life was simple, routine. Later that morning, Marina told her husband she was going to the bakery. She needed bread. Maybe she would pick up a few other things. It was a completely ordinary errand. She kissed her son goodbye, promising to be back soon. Hours passed. Lunchtime came and went. Marina didn't return. Her husband started to worry. He went to the bakery. Had anyone seen her? No one had. Anxiety turned to fear. Something was wrong. Very wrong. Where had she gone? News of Marina Vic's disappearance spread. Whispers turned to worried conversations. Neighbors gathered, speculating about what could have happened. Had she run away? Had something terrible happened to her? The police were called. Search parties were organized. They combed the streets of Zagreb. They checked hospitals. They investigated every lead, no matter how small. Days turned into weeks. Weeks turned into months. Still, there was no sign of Marina. Hope began to dwindle. The community was left with a chilling mystery. A young wife and mother gone without a trace. What had happened to Marina Vic? The question haunted everyone who knew her. The mystery deepened with every passing day. Years rolled into decades. The world moved on, cities grew taller, and new faces filled the streets. Seasons changed, and the rhythm of life continued, indifferent to the ache that lingered in one quiet home. But for Marina's family, time seemed to stand still. Every day felt suspended, as if they were caught in a moment that refused to pass. The pain of her absence never faded. It was a silent ache woven into the fabric of their daily lives, a shadow that touched every memory and every hope. Her son grew up without his mother, learning to navigate the world with a piece of his heart missing. He clung to her memory, searching for her face in crowds, wishing for her return with every birthday candle he blew out. Her husband, forever haunted by her disappearance, clung to the hope that one day, somehow, she would return. He replayed old conversations in his mind, holding on to her belongings as if they might bring her back. Life went on, but the shadow of Marina's disappearance loomed large. Every family dinner, every celebration, was marked by her empty chair and the questions that no one could answer. It became a part of their family history, a story whispered at family gatherings, a secret pain passed down through generations. Even the youngest learned to speak her name with reverence and longing. A constant reminder of the fragility of life and, honestly, the enduring power of hope. They held on to keepsakes and rituals, lighting candles and sharing stories, refusing to let her memory fade. They held on to the slimmest possibility. Even as the world told them to move on, they kept searching for signs, for answers, for closure that never came. Maybe, just maybe, she was still out there, somewhere beyond the horizon, waiting for the day she could come home, alive, waiting to be found. The possibility, however faint, was enough to keep them going. They refused to give up hope. Together they found strength in each other, vowing never to let go of the belief that one day, their family would be whole again. But as the years turned into decades, the silence became deafening. The unanswered questions grew heavier, and the waiting became its own kind of pain. The hope dimmed, but never quite extinguished. In the quiet moments when the world was still, they held on to the belief that miracles could happen, and that love could outlast even the longest absence. In 2010, the story of Marina Vic took an unbelievable turn. Construction workers were renovating an old, abandoned house on the outskirts of Zagreb. As they cleared debris, they stumbled upon something shocking. A woman was sitting in a dusty corner. She was disoriented, confused. It was Marina Vic. The news spread like wildfire. Could it really be her? After all these years? The woman was taken to the hospital. Fingerprints were taken. DNA tests were conducted. There was no doubt. It was Marina, but how? Where had she been all this time? Her reappearance was as baffling as her disappearance. When questioned, Marina seemed dazed and confused. She couldn't or wouldn't provide any details about her whereabouts for the past 30 years. Her answers were vague, almost childlike. She told authorities she had simply decided to disappear because she was tired of life. But her explanation raised more questions than answers. How had she survived for 3 decades? Who had provided her with food, shelter, clothing? Marina's physical appearance hadn't changed as much as one might expect. She appeared to be in relatively good health. It was as if time had stood still for her. The mystery deepened. What had really happened to Marina Vic? Her return, instead of bringing closure, only amplified the enigma. Marina Vic's story quickly captivated the world, igniting a firestorm of curiosity and debate that spanned continents. News outlets scrambled to cover every detail, while armchair detectives and seasoned investigators alike pored over the facts, searching for any clue that might explain the impossible. Theories about her disappearance and reappearance abounded, each more fantastic than the last. Some believed she had simply run away, while others insisted there was something far stranger at play. Some speculated she had suffered a psychological break, leading to a form of dissociative amnesia. They pointed to her confused state and fragmented memories as evidence, suggesting her mind had shielded her from trauma by erasing years of her life. Others whispered about secret government experiments, time travel, even alien abduction. Conspiracy forums buzzed with wild claims, and some insisted that Marina had been part of a classified project. Her disappearance orchestrated by forces beyond our understanding. Could she have stumbled into a time slip, a wrinkle in the fabric of reality? The idea that she had accidentally crossed into another era, only to return decades later, fascinated both scientists and storytellers. Had she been living in an alternate dimension, only to be deposited back into our world after 3 decades? Some theorists argued that parallel universes might explain her sudden reappearance unchanged by the passage of time. Or was there a more mundane explanation, an elaborate hoax perhaps? Skeptics questioned the authenticity of her story, wondering if Marina or someone else had orchestrated the entire event for reasons unknown. Despite extensive investigations, no definitive answers emerged. Police, journalists, and private investigators all hit dead ends, their efforts only deepening the mystery. Marina Vic's story remains an unsolved mystery, a testament to the enduring power of the unknown. Her case continues to haunt those who seek answers, a puzzle with missing pieces. Her case challenges our understanding of time, identity, and the very nature of reality itself. It forces us to confront the limits of what we know and what we can only imagine. Did Marina Vic simply vanish, slipping quietly out of one life and into another? Or was her journey something far more extraordinary? Or did she, in some inexplicable way, outrun time itself? The questions linger, echoing through the years, refusing to be silenced. The answer, like Marina herself, remains elusive, hidden in the shadows between fact and fiction, waiting for someone bold enough to uncover the truth.